Basically, we had Legion big game with 6 points, Legion with 5, Raid with 5, R2K with 5, Easy with 2, Loca with 2, First with 2, and Res with 1. Now, currently, this is what happened last Tuesday for the second match. And that's led to Legion big game having 6 points, Legion having 6 points, R2K having 6 points, Raid having 5 points. And then things get interesting, because First has 3 points, Easy has 3 points, Loca has 2 points, and Res has 1 point. Which means that a lot depends on what happens to R2K tonight, and whether or not they will be able to hold on to that 4th place. Because the top 4 teams are going to continue on to the next stage of the tournament. So, Raid has some pretty tough opponents tonight, which can make things very tricky for them. Because if we look at their match schedule, we see that tonight they're gonna have R2K first. And then they're gonna go up against Legion 1. So that's not gonna be easy for them, that's for sure. And then it also depends on what First and Easy will do tonight. And First is facing... well, first Legion and then Easy. And Easy, basically whoever wins Easy, wins from the match First versus Easy, will have a chance of going to that 4th place, depending on what Raid does. So these are exciting times, exciting matches, and I can't wait, it's gonna be awesome. And I'm just waiting for the whole thing to start off, basically. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. And it's just... it has to be awesome. The gameplay that we're gonna see tonight. There's so much pressure on everyone at this stage to either maintain their position or to gain a position. That's just gonna be wicked. Now the room should be up in not too long. I actually started the stream a little bit early, so that I don't have to look at OBS, the streaming program that I use, when the room is actually there for a lot of time. And because I wanted to talk to you about the chart and everything. So again, if you want to twist the coins, look at the description of the stream. The link is in there. You need to watch through the portal in order to actually get twister coins. And with the twister coins you can get twister crates, and twister crates give you free stuff, basically. So that should be fun as well. I don't get any coins, but I'm happy to give them to you, basically. Or at least to arrange them to get to you somehow by wargaming. So right now we're just in my garage. We're just waiting for the room to pop up, which can be any moment now. And there it is. I have a knack for saying any moment now, and then it actually happens. So today we're gonna start on Mayan Ruins, and that's a map that I absolutely love. It's a great map, good fun. Very strong sides on both sides, to be honest, and it's very much depends on where the crossfire will be happening. So that's gonna be awesome to see. And I'm actually noticing that I'm quite excited about this, and I'm like, oh my god. And that's because I know that these matches, that just what hangs on them, and that so much depends on it for Raid, about tonight and everything. And they don't have an easy night tonight, that's for sure. So we'll see what will happen and how that will change the scores at the end of this day. Because we're getting closer and closer to that stage where the final 4 are actually needed. And then we're gonna have the top 4 and everything. It's just, like I said, exciting times. I quite like it. I like that it's close, that everyone has points, that anything can happen. It's just, it shows a lot about the gameplay and about the groups that we currently have. And how that's gonna change or, well, mutate, evolve? I don't know. But that's definitely just gonna... It promises amazing gameplay, because the pressure can either make a team or break a team. And tonight we're gonna see what it does. Not just with Raid, but also with First and with Easy. And basically everyone else, because the position in which they end in the group also changes things and determines their opponents in the later stages and stuff. So it's important stuff. So now we're actually live, and I'm hoping you guys won't be disappointed. I'm just gonna quickly grab the stream on YouTube as well. So now we have just under 2.5 minutes to go before we actually see any battles. But oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. Well, 5% win rate is just utterly amazing, Thomas. So I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am. I don't know how people feel about this. I know people watch the streams, and I know they do it quite much like because of the Twister coins, to be honest. But overall, it's exciting. And for me, this is the kind of gameplay that I love in the game. This is the kind of gameplay that I love seeing, and the kind of teamwork and everything. There's no higher level, in my opinion. And that's what makes this so fun to do for me. Well, at the same time, I personally hate watching YouTube, and I generally never watch a live stream because it doesn't hold my attention. But when I'm doing it like this, when I'm commentating, I love it. So right now, both teams have definitely seemed to have picked their tanks. On R2K side, we see 2 IS-7s and IS-4, an E100, 2 113s, and another E100. And on the other side, we have an IS-7, an E3, 2 AMX-50Bs, 2 113s, and an STB. STB is a tank that I really enjoy in this map, but it kind of depends on where you go, because it can be tricky, because at some points it's more or less OP because of the gun depression, the epic peek-a-booming it can do, but it can be tricky because there's also a lot of flat grounds in the cities. Well, not necessarily cities, but you know what I mean. On flat ground, the STB isn't as effective, in my opinion. So that's going to be fun. And now we have 10 seconds left to go, and then we see the first match, and oh my god, I can't wait. I like it when there's pressure on it, because it just makes it all the more exciting. And here we go. Dun 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 dun. Aw, thank you, Everton. So I'm just gonna go into the free camera and go up and away and see what's going on. We have R2K mainly focusing on the A side while flanking towards B, all to say. They can't, yeah. Oh my god. We have Toby in the STB that's gonna spot people, I believe. We have Raid focusing primarily on the B side with a bit of A, and we have a very aggressive cap here by R2K in base A. And I think that's actually a brilliant call, because base B is very hard to cap and very hard to dominate. And we have R2K grabbing base C. But now R2K is also grabbing, well, they're not even grabbing base A, but I think they will do shortly. They have a point advantage now, slight though it is. And they have somewhat of an HP advantage, even though it's very little. Now, they are capping base A. We have the E3 that is looking at base A, and I have a feeling that he's going to be taking some blind shots there, which would make total sense. They know that he has to be there, but they haven't spotted him yet. So now R2K is pulling back. They don't really need to overlook base A as long as nothing is happening there. There's crossfire going on the other side. Toby in the STB is getting shot at a little bit. And now R2K has a 1k HP advantage, but it's not all that much. And right now R2K has 2 bases. They have all the time in the world to just basically wait for it and see what happens. And Raid does not have that luxury. They are looking at every angle of the map except for the base seaside in itself. And they don't really need to do much more. They can just hold. And R2K is definitely under pressure now, because they will need to make a move. They will need to get that advantage back. And now we see R2K moving a little bit inside the city. People are being spotted, but overall not much damage is done. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen now, because now we see the AMX 50Bs and the STB readying for some nice rush, I believe. And I have a feeling that Shockish is going to be in a lot of trouble there. And he is going to get shot at a lot. And he is very lucky with those misses or bounces over there. And now Zerd is pulling back to help Shockish. He's now in a very nice hold down position. And he has the luxury of staying there, whereas the E100 just got a really nice shot. And ooh, that shot into the Honor though. That is big. And now the Honor is in trouble. But they can't really turn back around because they need to take care of these 113s. And there goes the Honor, but there also goes one of the 113s. And R2K basically has this game as long as one of them survives, because look at the points. R2K has 2 bases. They have the massive advantage. They only need to kill one guy to basically finish this off, and they have... There we go, and R2K wins. And we still see a lot, some damage going on, and shots being fired, but the battle is over, and now it's R2K's win. And I think what happened here is that Raid left it too long before they pushed. And because R2K grabbed the base dominance so early in the game. That's definitely working in their... that definitely worked in their advantage. So well done. So now we see a different lineup in R2K. We have a Batchat, an Ice4, an E4, a Yege, a Mouse, a 113 and another Mouse. So that's definitely some heavy stuff. And on Raid side we also see 2 Mice. We see a 268, another 268, and 2 113s and the STB. So that's definitely going to be interesting as well. So in the meantime, because I am coughing a little bit, I'm going to take a sweetie. Because that generally keeps me from coughing. But it might make me lisp. So in 50 seconds we're gonna enter the second battle, and like I said, so much depends on these battles. And it's just... I'm not even playing and I'm so nervous, it's actually so bad. Actually Mario is streaming easy, but I'm not sure if he's doing it on YouTube or Twitch. So you can potentially just find it in on YouTube or on Twitch by looking for his name. So in 9 seconds, here we go. Second match on Major Runes. And look at that, all the firepower and that armor. That's gonna be wicked. And look at my poor Haven corpse. Poor thing. And I think Zerd is gonna just spot, because they have some quite quick firepower over there. And he doesn't want to be caught on his own. And we see the rest of R2K pushing slowly towards base A and base B. And I say slowly because basically they have a lot of stow tanks. Now Zerd has been spotted, which means that he also knows that the STB is there. He's pulling back, STB missed a shot. And 113 is up there. And R2K is not going in as aggressively as they did before, which I think is a good call, because it's probably expected now. Because we see Jonas in the Mouse over there, that is overlooking base B and getting a big shot into object 3 there. we see the rest of Raid going and focusing again on the C side, whereas Winch in the mouse has now just arrived at A and he's going to be capping that. But he will need to be careful to actually cap that, because it will be tricky for them, because they will now start with a point disadvantage, slight though it might be. And that will be very tricky for them. I'm just gonna take the camera over here and see what's going on, because we have Raid focusing the firepower in the middle over there. And now we have Shockish going in to cap base B, and that's a very tricky move when you don't know where half the enemy team is. And now he has been spotted, and we don't know what's gonna happen, if he's gonna be able to cap that. And that was a big shot into the honor there. Not a blind shot by the mouse, but he missed. Sorry. And now R2K has 2 bases again, and they have the luxury of just going to hold. But they are losing more HP than Raid is, and the Bat Chat is now pulling back because we have the STB coming. And Raid has to make a push again, and they are quite nicely positioned. But at the same time, so is R2K. They're focusing on backing each other up and not letting anyone get rushed. And now we have a mouse versus mouse here. While we see another mouse. Ooh, that was a big shot by the Yege in Jonas. And just look at this. This is expert angling by both mice there. And it will be very hard for them to hurt each other, even though they are managing to do that, probably with Premo. And that is not a massive shot into Jonas. But it did cost him 1k HP to do that. At the same time, R2K's health advantage is still there. And they have the base advantage, which will definitely work in their advantage. But look at this. They are now rushing the 113 and they're focus firing. But we still have the E4 and Shockish there to help Object 3. But he is losing a lot of health very fast there. And it's... and there he goes, but there goes Raid as well. And look at the HP just vanishing all around. And just tanks disappearing everywhere. And now Zerd is in a lot of trouble, and I think he's gonna be dead as well. Yeah, there he goes. But R2K still has 2 bases, and they are still killing. It's 4 versus 4, and the E4 is only just starting to lose his health now. So if he plays it carefully, well, they've already won. They only need to survive for a few more seconds, and now the game is theirs. And oh, that big shot there. And now only Django manages to survive until the very end of it. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Really nice of you guys. Hello, Bobby. So now it's 2-0 for R2K, and we're moving on to, well, like I said before, probably one of my favorite maps, Faust. Because it's just such a fun map. And now, basically, if Raid loses any match now, the point goes to R2K, and that will make it extra hard on Raid, depending on what Easy and First do. And that's basically what I like so much about this, because if First or Easy perform exceptionally well tonight and win both their matches, then Raid might be in trouble for the 4th place. So that's definitely going to be trouble. Again, sorry for the coughing. I have an itch in my throat and I'm trying to get rid of it. But it's not really working along with me. So right now we see R2K with a Bat Chat 113, an E3, an IS4, a mouse, a 268 and another 113. And on the other hand we see an IS7, an Object 140, a Chieftain MK6 and 4 113s. And those tanks have been around in this Clan Wars tournament and everything so much lately. So that's gonna be wicked. I'm definitely looking forward to researching that tank and playing it myself. On my main account, that is. Because it has to have something going for it if it's picked this much. And I've not really tried it out all that much, but I did like it when I did. So now we have 3 seconds left to go before we go see Faust. And here we go. Come on. Oh shit. No! Oh my god. I noobed. I'm so sorry, guys. This is what happens when you're not really feeling well and this goes on. Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. And I was looking so forward to this match. I can't take the nerves. Well. Thank you, Alan. I'm just gonna have to watch it like this and just... I can't believe this. This is just plain stupid. So sorry. Because this is what would have been one of those epic matches. Well, I'm definitely an uber noob tonight. And I was like, oh my god, here we go. And then nothing happens. And I'm like, no, what? Oh my god, seriously. What the F? Oh well. Not the first to do it. I probably won't be the last. But I really hope this will be the last time I ever do this. And I'm just waiting to see the result because I so wanna know what happens. And thank you so much, Alan, for giving the... There we go. Well, that was a quick match then. If it was over this fast. Wow. Okay, so that's... Raid lost 3-0 there. Or R2K won 3-0, depending on how you look at it. And in the meantime, we have Alan Reed that is keeping me updated on the scores in the chat, and that is fantastic. So I'm just gonna check when the next matches are. There in half an hour. So I'm just gonna take you over the chart. See what's going on. We have 1-1. Well, we know actually from Alan. So that's gonna be wicked. But that last game was so fast. Oh my god. Again, I wish we all could have seen that. But yeah, this time around we have half an hour before the next match. I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I don't want to actually make you all watch my incredibly noob gameplay, because we all know that even though on touch I consider myself quite decent, when it comes to PC I'm an absolute noob and I have no idea what I'm doing. And I have a feeling that that is not really gonna change. So, I'm just gonna be showing you some replays instead. I asked before the stream for the people on my Discord to give me some nice replays. And I'm gonna be showing you those instead. Oh my god, they're actually coming to look and they're seeing me noob out now. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you some gameplays instead. And we're gonna go see some nice gameplay, I hope. So we have Anthony driving Batch out here. I have actually no idea. I've not seen this gameplay yet, so I'm gonna be commentating on it live basically, so that should be fun. He's playing very aggressively, but not really like Supremacy, because he is overlooking the base, but not really going for any of them. And now he spots the first one. He's in a very open position. I think he's very lucky not to get shot a lot there. But he turns around and heads elsewhere. And I think that's a good call. Because as more people get spotted, you really don't want to be there as a Batchat. Because generally speaking, as much as Batchat is fun, it also dies very, very easily. So now he's heading towards base A, and I think that's also a good call because no one kept any bases yet, and at some point in Supremacy you are supposed to actually do that. I also want to comment on the lovely camo that he has, because that is the best camo ever. And we see the other Batchat is also heading this way, and I have a feeling that we're gonna see some Batchat action. And there's the Batchat. He's actually camping and he's staying there while spotted, which is not a good call when you're a Batchat. And that is a very good call by Anthony, even though he shot the stone there. So now he kept the base. He's the first one to do that, so that means that he generally will have a lot of supremacy points at the end of the match. And he's just waiting to reload now, and then depending on what the Tortoise does, and this is actually the best thing the Tortoise could do for the Batchat, he's getting some nice damage here, even though the last one didn't pen. Now his team is at a bit of a disadvantage also when you look at the positioning, because right now Anthony is the only one in any position to basically move around and do stuff, and his team is getting absolutely slaughtered. But now the Grill has been spotted, and he switched to HE, which is really nice because he will be able to do some really nice damage with that. And in this case, I understand why he shot HE, but because it was a Grill, he probably could have shot the tracks instead. So he's now repositioning a little bit while he reloads. And I think that he wants to take out that Grill more, if he actually can. And that is a nice shot into the Batchat. And then he bounces to the Batchat, because that's actually quite hard to do. And now he's reloading again, but no, it's 2 versus 6. So that is not really looking good, even though some of them are pretty much one-shots. And he's almost reloaded now, and he needs to take care of the Batchat. Basically, the Batchat is the biggest risk for him there. And look at this. This is some really nice action. And he can't shoot the IS-7. And now it's a 1 versus 5. Oh my god, that's going to be exciting. So he shoots. They're the only ones that have a base, but now they are capping. But he will probably still have point advantage based on the fact that he capped that base so early. And he's actually being clever now, because he's now in a position where he can pull back and go basically anywhere quite fast. And he needs to make sure that that shot goes in. Oh, and now he's getting some nice damage again. And he managed to not get shot, even though he did get spotted with that. Very well done. So he's almost got 4k damage already. And he's just repositioning now, because he kind of has to. And they are cutting the base, which is tricky, because now he's under pressure with keeping them from basically winning on points alone. Oh, that miss by the Grill was epic. And that was also epic, but not in the right way. And he's reloading again. I understand that, because you want to have a clip, and because he ran out of HE shells, it automatically starts reloading. Which is something that I really, really hate. Because you shouldn't do that, in my opinion. Ooh, that was epic. So we now have 4k damage. He now is reloading again, and this is this time by own choice. Because, well, you want to have a full clip and you have the time to reload. We have the T-57 Heavy. He can clip him, but at the same time, so can the T-57 Heavy. And he needs to be very careful to make all his shots pen. Otherwise, he's in a lot of trouble. And that is very good call. And now we have a full health Centurion left. And that is going to be very hard for the Batchat to deal with. So I think it's a very good call that he's getting the heck out of there. And seeing what can be done. But he needs to make fast decisions now. Ooh, and that sent miss. That's very lucky. And that is not lucky bounce. You need to pen all the shots now. And now he's reloading again, and I think he's just gonna make a run for it because he needs to get the base if he wants to win this. But he's actually focusing on the center, and though I understand that, he is in a lot of trouble if he doesn't kill off this guy with this clip. And there he goes, very nicely done. But oh my god, look at the points. I don't know if he's gonna make this in time. He has to like make sure that every shot pans, and anything that shoots him can kill him. And oh my god, they won! No! Oh, poor guy. Poor Anthony. But that's 7k damage, wow. Very nicely done by Anthony. Massive base XP. Just look at that. Some missed shots, I think that's what cost him the game, because with a little bit more time and a little bit more HP maybe, he would have been able to pull that off. So that was awesome. Okay, let's see what else we have in store. So that was the bat chat. And now we're gonna get, let's see, this one. The WZ11114 because there's not enough numbers already. And it's gonna be driven by Michael. It's even a supremacy match, which I absolutely love. Supremacy is the best in my opinion. So we're gonna see what Michael does. And this is always tricky because you want to get the hill in Middleburg, but at the same time it's supremacy, so you need to focus on 2 bases, not 1. And if you abandon the town, you're basically dooming your team because then you're giving the enemy 2 bases. So now Michael has almost got the first base. And there we go. At least it's base versus base now. So they need to be careful and see if they can hold that advantage. Well, it's not necessarily an advantage, it's a slight disadvantage. But if they can hold that, and if the mats up there can do it right. And now Michael is paying a lot of attention to the minimap, I think, because he feels where they are and he knows where to go. So now he has a nice shot there on the T-57 Heavy. And he's stealing their base, which I believe is a brilliant move, because it is exactly what they need to put pressure on the enemy. And I don't understand why he just drove out of that. Why would you do that? Oh my god. So there goes the T-57 Heavy. We have the Tortoise that is generally pulling back. But he does get a nice shot of damage over there. But overall, he hasn't done all that much damage. He did get a very early cap though, so that's definitely a good thing. And now he's going back to base B to steal it, I believe. So let's see what he does now. He is capping. Again, alone. Basically meaning that every point that they get is his. And that's very... well, that always helps definitely towards XP. I will be streaming R2K versus Legion 2 here, by the way, on this chat. And I promise I won't forget to ready up again. That's some nice damage there. I like this tank. Looks quite nice. Quite mobile. But with a lot of firepower. Even though the reload is a little bit slow. And he's just waiting until he gets a shot. But the guy actually pulls back, so now he has to make a move. Because you don't want to have him starting to shoot you from behind. He's luckily missed there. So let's see what happens. They have the point advantage, definitely. And that is a nice bounce. And he just needs to use the building to avoid getting shot. And ooh, that 1A3, you don't want to get shot by that either. So with the pattern turning back, and that is a big shot into the pattern as well. We now have 2.7k damage, but a definite very big point advantage for them. He is taking a little bit of damage, but there he goes. And now we have the 1A3 pushing in as well. And it's 1 versus 4, so this is not going to be easy, regardless of what happens. And he has to make it count. Nice job. Ooh, you don't want to get shot by a Death Star. Oh my god, how did that happen? What the hell? And then he bounces on the Death Star. But look at the points. Look at the points. If he manages to kill that AMX, he's there. And he's focusing on that. And I understand that completely. And look at this. He won. Look at all the mods damaged. Look at the HP that he has left. 33. Oh my god. That is awesome. And that's, to be honest, a very low damage age. But that was a wicked ending. For sure. And look at those supremacy points. That is wicked. Very well done. I think he got mighty lucky there. But that definitely worked. Okay, let's quickly look at what is... No, not that one. No, not that one either. Tournaments. Chart. We want to see what's going on. First one. Let's see. First one from Legion 1. Okay. To be honest, I did not see that coming. So that's a very interesting result. Well, R2K won, we already knew that. Then we have Easy versus Loka, that's 2-2 right now. And we have Legion 2 versus Res, yeah, 3-0 for Legion 2. So Legion 2 has a point as well. That is wicked. I love everything is changing still. Wow. In the meantime, I'm getting a lot of notifications on Discord. I'm not going to be able to check them. Sorry, I'll check them after. And let's see, we have 15 minutes remaining, so that means that I can do another replay. And let's see what we have. Because I did ask for only aces. Ah, this is actually nice. This is a 1-1-3 battle. I'm gonna go with that. Mainly because we've been seeing that tank so much in Clan Wars. It's not an Anthony game, by the way. And again, another Supremacy game on the same map that we saw Anthony last time. So that will be interesting. Ooh, easy one from Loka. That is... Ooh, a lot is going to be hanging on easy versus first there. Honestly, I agree with the IS-7 there. C is definitely not the strongest side on this map. And this is something I've noticed him do the last battle as well. Focus on C. But in this case, it might work for them. He's not been spotted. Oh, he did get spotted, and he did get shot, and he did get shot again. And this is very clever. This is something that I've noticed a lot of people don't do. When you just get shot, people tend to pull back right away. But the thing is that if you have just gotten a shot, that means that the tank that shot you can't shoot you. So you actually have all the time in the world to shoot back, basically. And I think he's gonna see if he can get a shot into the A4, which with the cheeks like this, he definitely can. And that means that they have a point advantage now of around 70-80 points. And look at this. With the TD there. Ow, that was a big shot. And that was not really a good one. But it is a nice bounce, and that is a nice roll. The reload on this tank is fast though, look at that. That That is not bad at all. And he killed the engine. And he's going to be able to really easily kill that object 140, but he has to be careful not to get shot. Why, if you're driving an IS-7, are you surprised that people are golding you? Are you kidding me? Now it's 5 versus 5. There's a big Yege there. You don't want to get shot by that. You die. So he's now sort of side-scraping, but he needs to be careful because they have the high ground. And that means that they can shoot your roof. And that means you're dying very fast then. Now he's gonna have the AMX here. And that was a good bounce. He needs more of those. That is not a bounce. And I don't know how the AMX did so little damage. But he needs another bounce. And he needs to survive somehow. And he's driving out in the open a bit like that. So that's very tricky. But he might just be getting away with it. Especially since his teammate actually got a very helpful shot in. That means that he actually survives. So now he has done 4k damage. He is... Now they still have a big point advantage, but it will be tricky for them. And he's waiting for the E100 to show himself, and he does. And that is the E100 mistake, because now he dies. And now we have a big Yege with a lot of health left versus 113 that has very little health left. And the E4 just died, so now it's just the Yege. And they are not capping the base, which I think is a bad call. Because even though it's only one tank, you don't want to risk it. And there goes one, and he gets a nice shot in there. And with the DPN that he has, he will be able to get another shot in before he has to hide and avoid getting shot at. This is very risky, but oh my god, nice damage, nice fire. The Yege could have HE'd him and he would have died. So this was a near 6k ace. Very well done, nicely done, nice base XP. Very little supremacy points, but that goes to show that you don't always need to do that. But I still feel that capping bases is a big thing, a big part of supremacy. And that you should really be doing that. So, with that being said, in 5 minutes or so, 5 minutes, the room should be up. So I can't show you another game because I honestly don't really know how long they last. And that can be a bit tricky. So I'm gonna save the rest for other matches and other rounds. That's basically true. I just got reminded that the match that I missed from Raid is actually going to be showing up on Ripstream. So that's definitely something I'm going to be watching later because I want to know what happened. So let's see if everything has been worked yet. One of them hasn't, I think. No, Big Game did get a point. So this is the current standing. And like I said, a lot depends on what happens tonight and who wins what. So this is going to be wicked. We have easy versus first, which is going to be an epic match to watch because, like I said, a lot depends on what the outcome of this battle. And then we have R2K versus Legion 2. We have Legion versus Raid. And we have Loka versus Res, I believe. Let me check that just to be sure. Yeah. So those are going to be exciting matches as well. So now we're just waiting. In 8 minutes the battle will start, which means that in 3 minutes the room will be up. And I'm gonna be actually readying up this time. That helps. I'm meanwhile gonna open some... Oh, actually, yeah, I am gonna open some containers. Poopsters. Poopsters and credits. And more poopsters. To be honest, they can be quite nice. The boosters, I use them for fast grinding and stuff. But they are tricky. So now we're just waiting. To see when the room pops up. Which will be in 2.5 minutes or so. Oh god, poor Brian. I'm glad he got it fixed though. But for some reason, yeah, we all have some issues with streaming every now and again. You can just like either have a laptop that keeps crashing like I did on Sunday, or you can forget to ready up like I did today, or your dog can eat your Ethernet cable, or your hotel Wi-Fi might not support your streaming, which was what happened to Mario. And so there's something odd everywhere. So in 2 minutes the room will be up. I'm just admiring my cute little haven. And again, I'm a little bit nervous for these matches because it's just with the points that we have, anything can happen. I mean, the first 3 are more or less set. Legion, Legion 2 and R2K will be hard to beat. But 4th place, still anything can happen. And especially with what happened to Legion tonight, with them losing to 1st, that is big. And that has a massive impact on the points. So this will be, oh my god, exciting. Exciting times. So I'm just waiting until the room pops up, which should be any moment now. And then we just can start preparing for the next matches. How do you guys see these tournament matches? Do you look at them like trying to take something out of, oh, there's the room, out of them, and to learn from it for random battles? Or do you just want to see the epic team play, the epic gameplay? For me, I learn a lot from these matches, and especially position-wise, both what works and what doesn't, and how you can be very cheeky on some maps with doing some very cheeky things. So this time I actually readied up, so that can't go wrong. And then we have Naval Frontier as a map, which is a map that I really enjoy. It's very good for peekabooming, and I like driving tanks that are good at peekabooming. But it is quite difficult for clan wars, I believe, because a lot depends on where you go and where you meet the enemy, basically. And that, of course, that happens on every map, but on some map it has a bigger impact than on others. So right now R2K is steadily readying up. We see 2 268s, 2 IS4s, a 113 and 2 undecided. And on Legion's 2 side we're seeing 4 players and we're still waiting on 3. Well, now 2. And I think they're just steadily dripping in. They still have like 3.5 minutes, so not too bad. They don't have any time pressure just yet. So now on R2K side we also see a T62A, And now we're just waiting to see what Shockage will drive. And that's actually something that they're commenting on the chat now about the whole autoloader thing. A lot of people don't know that you can start reloading a clip in the middle of a clip. You don't have to waste all your shots or your shells. You can, if you go look at the ammo thing and you click twice fast, it starts reloading the clip, regardless of how many shells you have left. But at the same time, if you have like 3 shells in your clip left, but you only have 1 HE shell, if you fire that HE shell, you will start reloading, because for some reason Wargaming can't just put you back to the other kind of ammo. It believes you want to reload. So that's definitely something to keep in mind when you drive autoloaders. Both the being able to reload midway and the fact that it will start reloading if you are missing, if you only have like 1 shell left and you fire that off that kind of particular ammo. So now on Legion's side we see 2 definite 113s, a T62A, an IS-4, a Batchat and 2 undecided. And R2K's side now has the E5 rated up. So we have 2 IS-4s, an E5, a T62A, 2 T68s and a 113. And with 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go, we are waiting to see what will happen. Dun 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 dun. Again, exciting times. And this is definitely a big matchup. And should be really fun to watch, to see what happens. Sorry, just replying to a message quickly. And in 25 seconds we will go, and it seems that Legion is going with a 113, a Batchat, 4 IS-4s and a T62A. And that's a lot of IS-4 power. And right now I'm keeping nervous about, did I ready up? Because I don't want to forget again, oh my god. Oh, thank you for the happy birthday. I like this. Romka is actually using the R2K banner. So let's see what happens. We have Blue Steel going towards base C, probably to overlook it. We have the Honor going into a position where he can fire near both bases, I believe. We have some blind shot, well not blind shots, they are actually spotted going in there. And we have a very cheeky IS-4 that is going to be in a position where he's basically locked down, but that he can be careful with base B. And R2K is going to get base A, and it looks like Legion is going to get base C. But Legion is capping slightly faster, so that will be interesting to see what goes on and how it goes. So now we have Wise that basically scared of Blue Steel. And we have the Honor pulling back, which is a good move. But he will have T62A in his back. And I think that that is why Object 3 turned around. And he has not been spotted yet, so that's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. And with Blue Steel coming back now, and that's a big shot into Wiser. And we have an IS-4 coming. I'm just going to go in a little bit to see what happens, because they're in good positions here. And they kind of need to rush them together in order to make this work. And Object 3 is losing a lot of HP, but look at why is he losing tons of HP with that. And he's just hiding there, and that makes total sense because you don't want to lose a tank already. And Romka just also lost quite a bit, and now we have Blue Steel that is holding them basically. We have Legion getting some reinforcements, and we have R2K pulling out of there right now. They're turning around, and I think Blue Steel is going to get shot for that. But that's going to be interesting. And look at the point, that HP just vanishing. And this is very tricky gameplay from all sides, to be honest. The Honor is in a lot of trouble where he is now. He can't really pull back, or he will get shot from behind. And that was a very important shot to not miss. So that is very tricky. And there goes the Honor. But look at the HP that Legion has lost so far. And there goes Whoopsie. And now R2K is with 5 tanks very near each other. We have Zerd that is basically just holding them. But he might just get rushed there, and he's getting a big shot into him, but the Batchat does take damage for that. And look at this, they're pushing up, and we have Blue Steel pulling back. We have a lot of crossfire going on, and Zerd has to be careful there because he's bound to get shot from behind as well. And look at this, they're dropping down there, taking shots everywhere. And Zerd is gonna die very fast like this. And oh my god, HP is just vanishing, and now Legion has a massive HP advantage. But, ooh, and there goes Winch, but there also goes RG. And it's all gonna depend. I think Shock is gonna be next to go. And there he goes. Ooh, and there goes Object 3 as well, and this is not looking good for R2K, even though they have a point advantage. Basically, there's a lot of one-shots going on, only Mo has proper HP left, and he's losing it. And this is really not looking good for R2K, and there goes Blue Steel. And now we just have the one Mo left. And I have a feeling he's not going to be able to make this. Look at the difference in points already. And there he goes. And the first game is Legion 2's. And I think that R2K was too spread out for this. And they pushed on one side, but they didn't seem to commit to that. They pulled back. And that was something that didn't work out for them. So now we're gonna see a different kind of tactic, I believe. We have an IS-4, an E5, an E4, an STB, a mouse, a 268, and an IS-4. And on the other side we see a grill, an FV 215B, 3 113s, and 2 mice. And that's gonna be tricky as well. And like I said, I like this map. It's tricky. And it goes to show how quickly a battle can turn around. And we have 1 minute to go before we see what happens. And now RG might be changing his tank, not sure. Grill can work really well on this map. Oh no, he's staying. I am readied up, can't forget to do that again. And with 30 seconds left to go, this is definitely exciting. And honestly, I hate the wait game. I just want to go and I want to see what happens. But I understand that they can't really hurry up the clock. And here we go. Let's see what happens. And there's my poor Haven corpse.
Let's get this show on the road.
And we have R2K focusing on A and B again, but this time Legion is doing the same thing. And they seem to be leaving base C to do whatever it is they need to do. And now we have a mouse steadily going towards base B. And R2K is definitely focusing on A, but so is Legion. This is going to be some interesting crossfire. And the E5 is taking some damage there. And the 113 has managed to not get any shots into him. But look at the IS-4, he did get damage there. And this is tricky. We now have some shots going into the 113. And we have the STB that is capping base C, and I think that's a very good call because they will need the point advantage, and at the same time the 113 is not pushing in, and I think that's also a good call because they don't know where their E4 is. And now R2K will have a slight point advantage, but that's not something to be very comfortable with against this team, I believe. So with the 215 going up, and look at the grill over there, all the way to the back, all the way up. And that's gonna be he's gonna be able to get some massive shots in if R2K goes where he can shoot them. Because right now this means that the grill can't really do anything unless R2K pushes out in the open and there's some nice mouse on mouse damage shots going on. We have the 215B, and Winch immediately pulls back, but oh, that cost him. That was a grill shot there. And now R2K is pushing in. They are focusing on Romka. Oh, and Romka just got deleted. But now Vader is in base A. And we have Object 3 going back. He's not actually capping. And I think they really want to draw R2K up there. And look at the HP just vanishing all around. And this is very good shots by Vader, but they need to be careful of the grill that they don't know is there. And we have mouse on mouse going on. E4, nice shot into the mouse there. And Vader went down, and Blue Steel is getting shot by the other mouse, and they need to basically stay alive. That would definitely help. They have the point advantage, but oh, Zerd is in a very precarious position there. If that grill gets a shot in, and he does, and he's pulled back, but now they will be aware of where the grill is. And that will be, now the grill's going down, Zerd is actually gone. And now we have a very important shot coming, and he takes it, and Winch kills Dada. And now we have Dime, we have the grill coming up behind there, so he needs to be very careful because Winch doesn't have that much HP left. And they can double tap him together. And there goes Lost AFK. We have the grill going. He's gonna take a big shot into the IS-4 there. Ooh, he's actually managed to survive that. That's very good by Winch. But now it's anyone's game, basically. It's now 6 versus... Well, okay, it's R2K's game, but is Winch gonna survive this one? And that's gonna be very tricky because... Oh my god, look at this. Is he gonna do it? No, he bounces. And there goes... And now we only have the grill left, and he's just told everyone where he is by going into A, and he has really no choice. Because A is a good position to be in, and he needs to be careful not to be in any position where he can get shot very easily. But that is a massive HE shot by Object 3, and there disappears the grill. And now it's 1-1. And we're moving on to Desert Sands. I'm just gonna ready up straight away so I can't forget it again. And on R2K's side we see an IS-7, 2 mice, 2 IS-4s, a 268, or possibly a different tank. Okay, a 113. So now they have 1 minute and 15 seconds left to decide what to drive and to ready up. Okay, so now on R2K's side we have an IS-7, 2 IS-4s, 2 mice, a 268 and a 113. So that's gonna be cool to see. And on Legion 2 side we have 3 113s, a T62A, an IS-4, an E5 and a pattern. So they're definitely more focused on mobility on Legion side. Oh, and one tank has been exchanged. And we get a 268. And Shockers exchanged his tank for an IS-4. Okay, there's a 5-minute delay. They can't really see anything, to be honest, so don't worry about that. Okay, so here we go. There's a sense. Here we come. So with this matchup, I would think that Legion is going to go desert, but at the same time, it wouldn't be the first time they're going to think something and they're not going to do it anyway. Because this is Clan Wars, so everything works differently than you would expect. Look at the lineup, gorgeous. And let's go up and away. And R2K is focusing both desert and sea, it seems, and Legion is going to go to the desert. And the mouse has been spotted. It is a very big target to spot, so that makes sense. And Legion is going to get a very early base here. And the one Mo is taking a very cheeky position. Looks like he's going to go into base B. He is a mouse, he can technically do that. But it will be tricky. Most of Legion has been spotted now, so they know where they all are. The mouse is taking a position, and they're actually abandoning base C. They not seem to be going for any base at all. And Winch has been spotted, going back there. And at some point R2K will need a base. We're gonna see some action, I believe, here. So I'm just gonna zoom on over. We see first HP damage. Ooh, that was a big shot into the T-62A. And we have the mice pushing up in the middle. And this is gonna create a bit of a bird's eye view so that we see what's going on. And Dada is getting, I wouldn't say rushed because they're mice and rushing is not what they do. But there's a lot of shots going into him, into Dada. And look at this. Mouse are just pushing in. They're ignoring Vader in base A. Oh no, they're not quite ignoring him. But Blue Steel is taking a lot of hits there. But look at the HP that it cost Legion to get there. And there goes Dada, first one to go. And there's a lot of low AL thing. Ooh, that was a big shot into the 268 there. And now the mouse is there, and I wonder if... Nah, Blue Steel's not gonna survive. Well, we have the E5 in the form of Romka. That's not gonna survive much longer either. We have the mouse that is taking damage. And we have Romka that is gonna be almost dead now. Whoops, she just got deleted. Now it's 6 versus 3. There goes Romka. And now we have RG versus Shockish. But Shockish has a mouse behind him. And in the meantime we see a lot of HP damaging, and this is definitely R2K's game, even though they didn't go for... That was a nice ram. Even though none of them went for any bases, they won mainly on just murdering them. Very nicely done. That push through the middle with the mice was just epic. Loved it. So now it's 2-1 and we get the second match on Desert Sands. And on R2K's side we now see 2 IS-7s, an IS-4, a mouse, a 268 and 113, and possible another mouse. But we're not quite sure yet. A 1A3. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. And on the other side we see a Batchat, a 113, another 113 and an E4. And let's see what the other guys pick. I did ready up, so I will be in the match. And I really want to see what happens. In the meantime, we are getting some scores. Apparently, Raid versus Legion is 0-2 for Legion. Well, yeah. Legion won 2 and Raid didn't yet. So after we've had these battles, I'm just gonna look at the chart and see what's going on. Because this is definitely gonna be wicked. This tonight is gonna impact the scoreboard so hard. Absolutely love it. So with 13 seconds left to go, we're almost ready to go into the battle again. And here we go. And of course, I'm behind Vestar. And all the way over there in the desert is my corpse of the Haven.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let's see what's going on. We have Legion now focusing on the town side. We have R2K also focusing on the town side. But we have 268 and 113 going towards the train tracks, even though I don't think they're actually going to go up there. No one is taking... Ooh, that was some big shots into blue steel there. But they are being cheeky. No one's getting C. And that was a big shot, but did no damage. And now C is being taken. Or not. They're actually pushing through it. And I think this is very tricky. Because Legion has big masses in the desert, and that also means that they've, I wouldn't say abandoned because they haven't, but that the Legion guys in town are going to be in big trouble. Look at the damage done to Whoops and Wise, done with relatively little damage done to R2K for it. So there goes Whoopsie. Wise is going to follow quite soon, I believe. They only need one more shot into him, and then he's gone. And there he goes. And now Legion is down 2 guns. And that was a big shot into the 1 Mo, but the 1A3 is a big juicy target. So now R2K needs to push together. And they are pushing. We have the 1A3 versus Romka over here. And ooh, that is some massive damage. And HP being lost there. And I think Winch lost way too much XP trying to focus that. But now Legion has lost 3 guns. I think there goes Zerd and there goes Winch. So now it's 4 versus 4, but look at the HP difference. And now it's 4 versus 3. And they know where the Batchat is. And even though the Batchat is fast, there's a lot of guns aiming for him. So Vader is losing health. I'm just gonna look around. He's in a nice tricky position there, but he is getting shot at, as well as getting shots in. So now they have the point advantage. There goes Dada. And this is wicked. 4 versus 2. Legion has the point advantage. They need to kill Shockish if they want to have a chance. And there they do that. And there goes Vader. And now it's just Romka. And Romka is facing down a mouse. And an IS-7. And a 268, and that is not looking well for him at all. And there goes Romka. And the game is officially R2K's. And R2K gets the point. Very nicely done there. I think that the fact that Legion went desert half and city half is what cost him. Because in this case, R2K didn't go for the desert. They pushed straight through the city and took out those guns so early. And that really cost Legion. That was epic. Lovely matches. Really lovely to see. And I'm just gonna see the chart. See what's going on everywhere. We have easy first that is 2-1, so that's gonna be epic. Well, R2K got another point. we have Legion versus Raid, and Legion won 3-1. So Raid got no points tonight. So that's big. Because Easy and First both got points from this group. And that's gonna massively impact the scoreboard, like I said. We have Loka versus Res 3-0. We knew that was likely to happen. So we have that, and now we're just waiting for First and Easy to finish their matches, basically. So I'm just gonna whip out a nice little sheet so that I can keep points. There we go. So from the first group we had Legion 2 with 6 points. We had Legion 1 with 5 points. We had Raid with 5 points. We had R2K with 5 points. Easy with 2 points. Loka with 2 points. First with 2 points. And Res with 1 point. Because there's Res. And now from tonight, we don't know yet from Easy and First, but Legion 2 has 1 point from this thing, so now they have 7 points. They have Legion 1 that got 2 points because they beat Raid. Now let me see that actually. Yeah, because they also beat Loka, so they have 2 points in total from this sheet, which means that they also have 7 points. Then you have R2K that got 3 points from this, which means that they now have 8 points. Raid got 0 points from this. We have Easy with 4 points, and we have First with 4 points. And actually, 4 points. And we have Loka with 3 points. So this is basically meaning that whoever wins from Easy or First has a shot at getting their 4th place, depending on what happens for the rest. So that's just gonna be wicked. Honestly, I want to see it. And I know that Mario will be streaming these games, so that's going to be really exciting. It's 2-2 now, so it's so close. And I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to wait until that game has finished before I finish off my stream. And I'm going to open another container for more poopsters. Yay! Thank you, Pavel. So now just waiting for the last match to finish up, and just love the way tonight has been. Those matches were fun and they were epic. And come on, Easy First, we want to know. Tell us. This is too exciting. I don't like being left hanging like this. But yeah, like I said from the get-go tonight, that the matches tonight are gonna have such a big impact. And it didn't help that Raid had their toughest matches tonight. And the fact that First beat Legion 1 has also big impact. Just wow. This is why I do it. This is what I love commentating. It just keeps it so exciting. Are we there yet? Nope, still 2-2. And all of this you're gonna hear me blab on about in like 5 minutes, but still. I'm just gonna... I hate that it only updates like once every 5 minutes, and to be honest, I have to give it to Alan for keeping us updated throughout the matches, because that is lovely to see. Because during games and everything, I always wonder what the others are doing and how the scores are, and he's just been messaging it in the chat, so that's been awesome. It's still 2-2, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna show you on Sunday. We are going to be streaming R2K versus Legion 1 and R2K versus Loka. So those are going to be definite interesting matches as well. I always call R2K versus Legion like the Battle of the Titans, because they're the both clans, the two clans that are that people expect the most from. And after that, we only have Tuesday left to go for the round robins. And after that, the first 4 teams are going to continue onwards to the final stage. And that's going to be wicked. Because then we get a double elimination. And then we get to see the grand finals on October 13th. So let's see, do we know it? I'm just going to load into the whole tournament section again, because I don't know when or where it actually reloads. If it reloads when you click it, or if it only reloads now. Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Loading. This is mean. This is like, we're gonna keep you curious a little bit longer. Easy one. So that means that Easy has an extra point. And they are now tied with Raid for points. So, wow. That's gonna be wicked to see what happens. The battle for the 4th place is officially on. So that's it for tonight. I'm gonna be back on Sunday to stream you Legion 1 versus R2K and Loka versus R2K. So those are gonna be really epic matches as well. So I hope you guys will tune in then and watch with me. And for now, I'm gonna stop streaming. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And again, feel free to join my Discord channel if you have any feedback for me. Just let me know. I'll be happy to listen to it and see what I can do with it. I definitely think watching the replays in the middle works better than my playing PC, because A, it's interesting gameplay, and B, you don't get to see me noob out. So win-win. So good night all, thank you all for watching, thank you for the amazing gameplay that we got tonight, R2K. And of course all the other clans that played tonight, but because I mainly follow R2K, you know what I mean. And see you all on Sunday. Good night.